as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
There's Robinson showing the flash. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion left is Beckham. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10.
Okay, right? Quick, go!
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
One for one, a lot more to go.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Beckham goes in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tua's throw here into the hands of Jones.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go, Jack.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll line up losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Looking to pass. Tua. Flush to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here we go.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. McCaffrey is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Again, McCaffrey, and he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Okay, ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you
you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Jones has it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Back to throw. Out left to Dotson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Sly able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a first carry for their fullback. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
from one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
2nd and 6. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
On the goal, now! Alert! Alert!
They'll run with Robinson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Now Jones. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. A give left side to Robinson. Rocky Sin there to make the tackle. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Again, it's Robinson. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Let's go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
4 and 17. Come back, team.
They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now Tua. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Tua now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Tua. He's got Ayuk once again. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 31 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 4th quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, class. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 3.
Back to throw. And Dotson, he's got it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He's back to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz.